Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to show you how easy it can be to set up a simple budget template in Excel. You don't have to be an advanced user to do this. I'm going to show you how you can do this from start to finish and how you can set yourself up to track your spending and your savings. So for starters, you need a place to be able to enter in any transactions, any expenses that you need to record. So I'll start with the date field, a vendor, budget category, and an amount. So it's a really simple setup right off the bat. You can make it more complex, but of course you could set up comments, whatever the case may be. You go to Insert, Table, select My Table as headers, hit OK. And the benefit of a table is that as you expand, it'll automatically copy formulas down, so you don't have to worry about doing that process yourself. So it makes it a whole lot easier for you to be able to maintain it or have other people just enter the data as well. So now I'm going to create the actual budget categories that I'm going to use. So I'm going to call them category, and then amount, and then budget. Okay, and so I'm going to create some just generic ones. Let's say automotive expenses, fast food, gas, groceries, rent, mortgage, repairs and maintenance, shopping, utilities. Obviously there's a lot that you could enter in here depending on what type of budget you want, just a generic one or one for a special event, whatever the case may be. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all these items here and label this, apply a name range called categories. And now what I'm going to do is go back here into my data entry section. Under the data tab, select data validation, and I'm going to select a list and set it equals to that named range of categories, because I want it to be so that when someone's entering a transaction, they have to use one of these categories that I've set up. They can't just key in whatever they want. And that's important because if something gets misspelled or something isn't on this list, then it's not going to calculate properly. It's not going to get into these buckets. So let's say I enter a transaction for January 1, right? Let's say the vendor was McDonald's, and now when I get to category, I've got a drop down option. So I'm going to select fast food. My amount was, let's say, $10. So what I'll do is expand these fields out a little bit, set the formatting here to $. So now I've got a transaction in here. Now if I go the next day, let's say January 2nd, you'll see my tables automatically expanded. So if I had formulas here, they're going to copy down. I'm going to enter Home Depot, and you can see it also copies down my data validation. The data validation isn't here, but it is here because it's within that table. So the table automatically expands and expands the data validation as well. So this is going to be repairs and maintenance, and let's say $200. Right? So again, you can expand these as you need, these fields, just to make sure everything is easy to see. And now for the amount, what I'm going to do is use a SUMIF function. So I'll go with fast food since that's already in there. And what I'm going to do is select the range. So this is the range that I'm looking at. I'm going to see, okay, this is a match for fast food. I want to pull in this value. So we're doing a SUMIF function. Oops, and I guess that one didn't take. There we go. So we want to look at the category, and then where the category is fast food, I want to extract the amount. Okay, so that's a SUMIF function in a basic format there. So we pull in that $10 for fast food. Now I can copy this up and down, and so now we've got our repairs and maintenance at $200. Let's say January 10th, went to Home Depot again. Right, repairs and maintenance, and I can key it in as well. I don't have to select from the drop down, just to make it a bit easier. Let's say I spend another $150. When I do that, this amount updates to $350. So just like that is automatically tracking my spending. Now we've also got this budget category, because obviously if you want to track a budget, you may want to also set a budget. So let's say for automotive, I'm going to spend $100. For eating out, $100. Let's do the same. Similar amounts here. Let's say $300 for groceries, $400. Let's say $1,000 for mortgage, repairs and maintenance. Let's say $500. shopping 200, utilities 100, whatever the case may be, just some random amounts here. And now if we wanted to, at this point, we could chart this out as well. So go to insert, select chart. Let's just select a simple bar chart. And what this allows us to do is easily see, okay, how our actuals are doing against our budget amount. So we can see repairs and maintenance. We still have room in our budget for more spending. We're not over budget. And so just like this, you can see your spending in Excel as you're entering the data. So as you can see, it's not terribly complicated. The key thing is setting up an area to enter your data, and then creating drop downs so that you're selecting from the available categories, and then using a SUMIF function to sort of pull that all in. And obviously you have the option to create a budget as well in case you wanted to have something to compare against. If you just want to track your expenses, obviously you don't need the budget, and you could just use the amount column. So that's how you can set up a budget in Excel really quickly. And as you can see, roughly about 5 minutes or less to be able to do this. So not terribly complex, and you can add more complexity if you wanted to, if you want to add more details, that sort of thing. And if you needed this for multiple periods or multiple months, it could just be as simple as copying this worksheet over multiple times. You could have one for every month of the year if you wanted to, or you could just have one large one that's a running total for the whole year. So hope you found this video useful, and thank you for watching.